North Central Wisconsin does a great job, as you heard the stories of all the services they provide, whether it's from kids in schools to helping people change their lives after they've gone down the wrong path as adults. So it's really heartwarming to hear their stories, and hopefully our budget proposal around making taxes more fair in the state of Wisconsin bear some fruit and actually help people that are low income in our state. So with that, I'd be glad to answer any questions you might have.
Speaking of the budget proposal, and it seems like you're at odds right now with Republicans on a lot of it. Is there any concern at all about being able to work together and being able to reconcile those differences?
Well, there's concern, but it's not something that keeps me awake at night, to be honest with you. I think any budget process, when it starts out, especially with a new governor, there's always going to be the huffing and puffing of politicians going back and forth. At the end of the day, I don't know any Republican that wants bad roads, wants bad schools, wants bad health care. So I think we will find some common ground. There will be continued conversations and probably dialogue around these issues, but at the end of the day, these are issues, and we spend a lot of time in Wausau listening to people, and so these budget proposals actually came from the people of Wisconsin. They didn't come from me or Lieutenant Governor Barnes, and so we believe that not only can we be advocates for them, I think the people of Wisconsin can be advocates for themselves in this process.
And then after the budget address, you had talked about proposed labor law changes. Why the push for this?
Well, we haven't made we didn't deal with the issue of Act 10, but we dealt with two issues in particular, prevailing wage and right to work, that frankly, when those things pass, I view them as anti-worker and anti-union, but that aside, when those things passed, they were over the objections of employers and employees, and so I think people, if they kind of rethink those decisions, we can get back to a better place with labor relations in the state.
Gotcha. And then the DMV hours was another topic you've seen I'm sure you've seen across the media.
Yeah.
Why do you think that is important? What impact do you think that could have?
Well, for the state of Wisconsin, we have an extraordinarily high bar for people to vote, and I think it's too high. I think we need to find better ways to get people to vote. And one of these ways is to make sure that the DMV and our elections board and others really, because the driver's license or the voting IDs all come through the Department of Transportation. And so we want to make sure that they're open, those offices are open at times when people aren't working. They actually don't have to take off work and go do that. And so the more people we get registered to vote, the more people will get to vote.
Governor Evers, there was an article that just came out in the AP wires that said that some of your top aides are making 10% more than what their assessors were making, and Republicans are saying that that's an excessive amount of money. What's your take on that?
These people run extraordinary complex organizations, large organizations. Many of them took a cut in pay to take these jobs. I think what we're paying them is reasonable, and I don't shy away from that. The fact that Governor Walker did something and I'm doing something different, I think is relatively irrelevant. We want to have the best quality people to have, and sometimes it costs a little bit more money.
Great. My last question is there anything, a part of the budget that you proposed that you absolutely would not negotiate on?
Well, the things that are important are education, healthcare, and transportation. That's what we ran on. And so, are we going to get everything we want out of those three arenas? Maybe not, but the bottom line is if we don't adequately fund our schools and fix our roads and have quality and affordable health care, we will have failed. I don't want to veto an entire budget, so we're going to go in with the idea that we're going to reach common ground.
And last question,
Yeah.
You've just had your first state budget proposal.
Yeah.
You're in office. How are things going in your eyes, and what are you most looking forward to?
I'm looking forward to the people of Wisconsin staying involved in this process, and that's why we are traveling across the state. Not only are we trying to sell our budget, but the people that told us what they want, both through our voting for me, but also during our listening sessions that we had across the state, they have some expectations, and they need to make sure they communicate those to their legislators. So it's a call to action here. Good. Thank you.
Anything else?
I'm
Cool.